Is your home always messy, even though you're constantly cleaning? Today, I have 5 practical tips to help you keep a tidy home. If you're new here, my name's Danielle. I help homeowners take back control of their homes through organization, decluttering, and interior design. Number 1 is systemizing your home. You need to think of your home as a business. There's the bare minimum or the non-negotiables that need to be done every single day for your business, aka your home, to run smoothly in operation. This could look different for your home and your family's needs. Assess what your non-negotiables are. It might only be 2 or 3 things, or it might be 10 things in order for your home to run smoothly. Number 2, create specialty days for those other tasks around your home that need to get done that are not part of your daily non-negotiables. For example, my typical week looks like Sundays are a reset day where I'm doing any food prep for the week and returning anything back to its original home, giving my floors a more deep clean, starting my work week on a nice clean canvas. Mondays, I don't really like to do anything. I feel like personally for me, Mondays are hard, just getting back into the workflow. And then Tuesdays, I typically am always doing my toilets, quick rinse out of the sink. Wednesdays are my wipe it down days. I do a lot of washing mirrors, any extra surfaces like appliances, a more thorough bathroom wipe down, and just quickly going through my home and doing a light dusting on most of the surfaces. Thursdays are kind of another baseline or reset day, because Fridays in our home are garbage day. On Thursday, I'm getting my groceries. I'm restocking my fridge and pantry. As I'm doing that, I am cleaning out my fridge and pantry. So I'm habit stacking those. So it's a constant state of maintaining my fridge and freezer, but also restocking my fridge and getting rid of any garbage and recycling to get ready to leave the house on Friday. So if you have a garbage day, try to plan your grocery hauls around that. That way, most of the bulk of your garbage is leaving that next day. Fridays are a little more chill in my home. I do my admin work where I do all of our bills, any paperwork, kind of filing things away, that sort of thing. I'll do a deep clean of the floors. We have animals and children, so I feel like there's just a lot of crumbs and hair that are constantly accumulating. And then I water my plants. It's a pretty relaxing day. For the most part, I'm just maintaining the paperwork side of our home. And Saturdays typically are a free day. Usually we're spending time with the kids. That's another kind of down day for our family. Number 3, getting in the habit of don't put it down, put it away, or the one-touch rule. Every single time I am tidying up my home, I'm asking myself, is this where this belongs? I used to be a person, if I was cleaning the kitchen, I would literally just move things out of the way to another area of the kitchen, wipe it down. And then as I moved around the kitchen, I just moved the clutter around until I was left with a mountain of stuff to deal with, and then in turn felt overwhelmed. By creating the habit of the one-touch rule, you're eliminating more work for your future self. If you come in the door and you have a habit of draping your jacket over something and leaving your shoes out, and then bringing your purse and stuff to the kitchen table or the kitchen island and kind of dumping everything there, try to kind of rewind to when you first open the door and creating a space where you hang your jacket, a basket, or a little nook where you can put your shoes away. Kind of meeting yourself where you tend to be naturally messy. Every home has hot spots where people tend to throw all their things that don't belong there. I see it a lot on kitchen islands, at least in my home. Entryways, if you have an entryway table, that tends to be a clutter catcher. Creating drop zones or clutter catchers in those areas where you or your family tend to be a little bit more messy, it really makes a difference. And instead of piling all your belongings on the kitchen island, maybe having a designated purse hook or a dish where you can put your keys and other things that come into your home with you. I'm guilty of this because we tend to unload the dishwasher in the evening. Keeping your dishwasher emptied at the beginning of the day, so then as you're dirtying dishes, it's not just sitting on the counter or the sink, it's going right into the dishwasher. And then you're keeping your kitchen counters and sink free of any food and things like that. It's really just creating those habits that your lazy later self will thank you for. Number 4, clutter baskets where you tend to be messy. So this is kind of piggybacking off of number 3. If you are a naturally messy person, you just have to meet yourself where you are. For example, I tend to have good control on my home for the most part, but I have a makeup vanity where I get ready every day, and no matter how hard I try, I could not keep that area clean. Every single day after I was done getting ready for work, it looked like a tornado had gone through there. And then in the evening or the next day, I would try to kind of tidy up the space. It just never really worked. I started implementing a get ready basket where I keep a bin inside of my vanity drawer, and it only has the items that I use every single day. And when I'm done getting ready, the items go right back in there, and then the whole bin goes right back into the drawer. And I'm not left with a pile of clutter on the countertop, and everything is contained and easily accessible for me to use every single day. And keeping little baskets or bins all around your house. I feel like this is especially important if you have kids. Kids tend to play with a lot of little toys, and they kind of have little spots of mess all over, either throughout the day or once a day, whatever works for your schedule. You're going through and quickly corralling those clutter items into a basket. For flat surfaces like entryway tables or even kitchen islands, keeping a clutter catcher dish or a tray, our eyes tolerate clutter that's contained. I don't know, it's interesting. So I highly recommend having little dishes all throughout your house. And again, entryways are a really common hotspot for this, making sure that you have either baskets or cabinets to contain shoes, hats, mittens, but then also having hooks that are easily accessible for either you or your little ones. We like least resistance as possible. Anything that we can do to work with that instead of making it harder for ourselves. Another way to do this is while you're prepping food for your dinners, keeping a large bowl. So as you're prepping food, any food waste or garbage can just all pile into this one bowl, and then you dump the contents into the trash once you're all done. It's contained and you don't have a huge mess. It makes cleanup a lot easier, and it works great in our family. Keeping an active donation box accessible throughout your home. And that leads me in to number 5, which is declutter daily and as you go. The whole concept of decluttering is really misunderstood. Decluttering is never truly done. In order to keep up and maintain a well-working home, you need to be decluttering often. Every single day, whether we realize it or not, there's either new items coming into our home or items that are no longer serving us. We're constantly growing and evolving, and change is fine. So we need to have our home and our belongings inside of our home kind of grow and change with us. Every day as you're moving through your home, you should be constantly asking yourself if you still need this item, if you use it, because you'll be surprised how many things as we're using it, we realize, I don't really like this item anymore. Just kind of scanning the room and seeing if there's anything that you can declutter. There's many days where I don't declutter anything from my home, and then there's a weekend where I feel a little bit motivated and I declutter 3 trash bags. Just getting in the habit of going through your belongings is a great habit to implement in your own home. Hope you found some value and can implement some of these habits into your own home to help it run more smoothly. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.